Good evening, everybody. Sorry that we're a little late. Joe Colton was screwing around as always.
I had to fix my light.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't.
No, Joe stole Mark's light. Mark is sitting in the dark as a result of that.
That's right. It washes me out anyway. So
it gives you more of a tan look.
Yeah, I'm going for Man of Mystery. Yeah, yeah. As opposed to opaque freckled guy, which is my normal go-to. So anyway, you were saying, Mike.
Poor man Seamus. That's what you're going.
That's me. I'm little Seamus. Come on, fella.
The fella. Mike Irizarry, welcome to the What's on Joe Mind team stream. It's Friday night. It's 9 o'clock. You had nothing better to do. So here we are. Give yourself a round of applause.
Yep.
Thank you so much for joining us. With us, as always, in our bottom center square so that she attracts most of the attention, it's the queen of G.I. Joe cosplay. Joe Colton is here.
Hey, everybody. How are you doing tonight?
Joe Colton, how are you? How's the world in the land of freedom's breadbasket?
Getting better. Getting better. Not as hectic and chaotic as, January 6th.
Cool. Nobody's tried to take over yet?
No, it's quite nice.
Like
there's people chatting about stupidness, but we're making progress.
That's standard because that it's government, so that's par for the course. Like we're not a Canadian takeover or anything. We're not. The Mexicans aren't taking over. Nothing like that.
Nobody wants us right now.
we got that wall. They can't get to us.
Yeah. Did you see that there was it kids are using it as a seesaw or whatever it's called? Yeah.
That's fantastic. That's the best thing.
Billions of dollars for a seesaw.
Look, man, urban renewal starts with playgrounds.
Yeah.
I make the best seesaws. They're the best that I've ever seen.
Also joining us tonight, the former head of marketing for the G.I. Joe brand at Hasbro. That's the hot show, Mark Weber.
The accent on former, but yeah, I bought I'm doing all sorts of upgrades. Check out the earbuds. There's one. There's the other. I was BOGO, so I ended up getting two, individual earbuds. Look at this right here. This is a major upgrade right here. We're talking big time, bro.
Look at you with the tech.
Not bad.
You can get real close to the microphone and do the sultry voice too.
Oh, I like that. I don't know if I can upgrade to sultry. I bought what most people call a lamp today, but IKEA calls a floor de cabor de toto or something. And it didn't come with a light bulb.
They just named it Bjorn.
Yeah, exactly, right? They actually had a chair. I'm looking for a new computer chair because mine sits real low. They had a chair called the Marcus with a K. And I'm like, good Lord, it was tall, tall enough I could rest my head back in it. And I was like, yeah, sat down. It was a piece of garbage, man. I was so excited for the Marcus, and it was a letdown. So now I know how you all feel.
So I have a recommendation for you.
Okay.
So I will send you the chair that I have downstairs, and it's good for your neck and your lumbar, and you can sit in it for hours.
You're actually going to send me the chair, like you
no,
just said.
I'm going to send you a link to the chair so you can
it's
buy it.
Not quite the same thing, but I do appreciate it.
Oh, Joe Colton, she doesn't hand out free chairs anymore. She got burned by that by some previous co-hosts.
Well, if you can't get if you can't get a free chair shot on the internet, what's the world coming to?
Yeah.
What?
But anyways, it's as we said, it's Friday night. It's 9 o'clock. Man, it'd be nice if we could go outside once in a while, but that ain't happening. So here we are. What's is anyone else battening down for the winter blast that we are here in central Indiana?
It was cold this week. We got some decent snow, and man, in New England, they attack the snowflakes like it owes them rent money. Like the plows are out like you wouldn't believe. So By and large,
if they don't, it gets pretty bad up there, though.
I mean, I guess I don't want to make light of it. I guess we got here in 2012. A couple of years before that, they had some buses get stuck trying to get kids home from school, and they didn't have, like, not every bus driver had a cell phone or something, so they had trouble actually locating the buses with the children in them. And at some point, I think they couldn't run the heaters anymore, and it was a gigantic deal. So now it's like snow is
they were running
public
out of
enemy.
gas, weren't they?
Yeah, something like that. Like, we just hear about how bad it was and how terrified parents were, and I, totally get that. But ever since not since we got here, but since then, they're just Terminator against snow on the roads. So
was it like the elementary school version of the Donner Party, or what happened?
I mean, I suppose Alive, starring Billy, Jimmy, and Biff. But
bus drivers tossing children out.
I can't tell you how exciting it is that the first time you notice snow, that it started snowing, is when you hear the snowplows scraping on the bare pavement outside your house, right? Like there's a race to catch the first snowflake before it hits the ground. They're not fooling around out here. So, and I grew up in Oregon, man. We would get up and watch the crawl on the bottom of the TV or listen to the radio, because if you got a foot of snow, they might cancel. But under a foot, that's why you got snow boots, baby. So it is a completely different mindset where I grew up versus where I am right now.
Yeah, we're expecting anywhere from 3 to 8 inches tomorrow. So I'm happy that I don't have to go anywhere.
Yeah, here it's 3 to 9. I think 3 to 9.
Oh, there you go.
Or as a Canadian would put it, nothing.
No, it's a dusting.
Right?
That's
that ain't nothing.
A dusting.
Dusting.
Right. Or as an Arizonan would call it,
God.
They can't even handle rain out there, right? A raindrop falls and they break into programming and they're like, I'm Sam Champion with the Super Doppler Weather 3000. And here's an image of the drying spot where the raindrop fell out here on Priest and Rural Avenue.
They show the radar thing and there's just this one little speck of green going across the map.
Yep. They're all trying to show it in slow-mo, the actual burst of liquid on the ground.
And at 11:12 today, the dark cloud will be over.
Right.
It will fall.
We don't have video of the cloud, but here's a artist's rendition of what it may have looked like.
It's got this angry face on it.
Right. It's like your typical Hanna-Barbera storm cloud. Yeah.
It's terrifying.
Oh goodness.
How has your week been, Mike?
Oh Lord, it was a little weird. We had some madness at work with the schedule. So, if anybody out there noticed how light promotion was for this week's episode, I just wasn't home. So, I mean, Mark probably noticed. Joe Colton didn't notice. She doesn't even know. She doesn't even watch the show.
She's holding the country together.
That's right.
She's got bigger priorities. I myself do not.
Joe Colton was busy. She did a turn on another podcast. Maybe you can tell us about that.
Yeah, some photographer friends of mine asked me to take a look at WandaVision, and they asked me to be on the podcast. They asked me to do Wonder Woman, and then they were like, do you watch WandaVision? And I said, yes. And so then they've had me on for the last 2 weeks now on it. So I was like, okay, sure, I'll do it. It's like Sunday afternoons. Saturday. One was Saturday and the other was Sunday. But I got to review Wonder Woman with them and then WandaVision. So. Did she plug the damn show? I did talk about it. I don't know if it's not a live stream, so I don't know if they cut it out or not. So, no, yes. I don't know.
I haven't watched it. I haven't watched it all. I watched the first few minutes of both.
Oh, okay. Because they sent me like teasers to post. So
Did you post them on the What's on Joe Mind page?
I did not.
You did not.
I did not. They're a little. One is quite vulgar.
Oh.
So I didn't know if we were. Okay. Sure. Okay. I didn't know we were doing that now.
Look, it's not our
like Vision. How he impregnated WandaVision.
It's magic.
I said it was magic.
Yeah.
One of the other guys did not.
Oh, the answer is RoboSperm, of course.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Mark's face is like moving on now.
No, I didn't think you watched anything with robots in it.
The triple X version is what popped into my head when I started to laugh, so I didn't.
I do pay attention to the chat. It's just, I don't know. Putting that, I don't usually talk like that, so it's very strange.
Right? Oh, just when you're on our show, that's the only time.
Yes.
Just when we're rolling is the only time you curse. That's a lie. That's
no, it's totally a lie.
Because we've hung around you when the cameras weren't rolling, and
I curse more.
Sailors blush and go the other way.
Yeah, I learned so many new words.
Yeah, like in his 40s, he's picking up vocabulary, and that's just not normal. So
I'm sorry.
So what's the name of this program, Joe Colton? You haven't told anybody what it's called or where to find it.
Yes. Hold on. I need to get it right.
Of Joe Colton maniacs have no idea where to find you on this program.
Hold on. I have to. Oh my God, where is it?
She's not ready to plug any damn show.
Yes, Ego Podcast.
And Ego is an acronym for?
Everyone Gets One.
How do I know this? And you've been on the program twice, and I'm the one prompting you for this.
Well, it's called Ego Podcast. So, yes, it's an acronym. And you have to spell out the one. It's not the number one.
Yes. Everybody gets one.
Yes.
Like Spider-Man on Family Guy. Everybody gets one.
God, Spider-Man. Don't get me started.
Or Family Guy. Ooh.
Anyhow, we'll get some links up as to where to find that once Joe Colton figures it out herself, because God knows.
I'm awful. I'm an awful human.
Shrug hard. She would be the most famous person in 2 countries if she knew how to promote anything. There's people for that, I'm sure. Somewhere there's people.
Yeah.
Joe Colton, you're killing me. Let's go to the news.
I'm so on the ball today.
You were there. You're ready for that one.
I give it up for that.
Gotta give props where props are earned. First news item. Keeping it with our third party title for this episode. New G.I. Joe themed pops were revealed at Funko Fest. Funko has been running the 2-week virtual event since January 16, which I guess means that it ends tomorrow. And on January 27, revealed preliminary images of their next G.I. Joe offerings. Snake Eyes version 1, Baroness, Storm Shadow, and Scarlet will be available wherever pops are sold, with Snake Eyes version 2 and Timber listed as a Funko.com exclusive. Funko will also partner with GameStop for a G.I. Joe and Transformers Lunchbox blind pack. It includes 2 pops from a selection of 4, being Optimus Prime, Megatron, and both of them with Optimus has his orange axe hand, and Megatron's got his purple mace from that one episode of the cartoon that everybody seems to remember, despite the fact that was the only time those things ever came into play. It's also got Duke and Cobra Commander. So you're going to get 2 of those 4. It's going to have a keychain that's either a Cobra symbol or an Autobot symbol, a decal, which is either a G.I. Joe logo or a Decepticon symbol, and a 4-pin set of the 4 characters that we listed a second ago. Set will be sold in a metal lunchbox that is half Transformers and half G.I. Joe deco. So that's kind of cool. If you're into Pops, sounds neat. Again, that is a GameStop exclusive. And Lord knows they've been in the news for reasons that I don't entirely understand this past week. Let's hope they're here to give it away. But again, Snake Eyes, Baroness, Storm Shadow, and Scarlet are going to be available wherever. And then Optimus Prime, Megatron, Duke, Cobra Commander are going to be part of that blind box pack. Mark Weber, your thoughts?
I'm just thinking if it's random, which of the 4 you get, woe be it on the company that sends Diana Davis a lunchbox without Duke in it, right? I mean, talk about court and fate right there, man. So you know what? I think we all feel the same way about Pops. I respect what the company has done. I love that they've landed every license I think they've ever gone after. So, what they're doing is working, and it's definitely, it's found its niche. But I mean, they just don't do anything for me. So, but that's okay. As a collector, not everything doesn't have to be for you. And just because I don't need them doesn't mean I hate them or I want them to do poorly. As a collector with a stretched budget, sometimes it's nice to see something come up and go, hey, cool, I don't have to get those. And that's exactly where they fall for me. So
amen to that.
I do want Timber.
Timber's pretty cool. I'll give you that.
I just think he's cute.
I don't know. They all have those huge dead eyes, except for Snake Eyes.
He looks kind of angry.
Point.
I can't. It's the whole thing with these Pops. It's
weird that Baroness has eyelashes and eyebrows and Scarlet has neither. Right?
She's kind of creepy.
I want to get that Baroness Little Orphan Annie 2-pack there. That's really what I'm going for. But it just seems odd to me. Like, I get that Storm Shadow does it, right? They probably added those on there to make the Baroness seem a little more feminine. I get it. But why not Scarlet? Like, nah, she's okay. She's good.
She also looks lost. She's like, oh.
Yeah.
What's happening? Why am I dead?
If she had a mouth, she would probably complain or ask for directions.
Is that her nose?
Yeah, I think so. Here's my dumb pet peeve about Scarlet, and this one is doing it rightly. Rightly, literally. Scarlet's right-handed, has to be, because that original crossbow has the sight for it offset, kind of like Han Solo's blaster. So it would not line up to her eye if it was in her left hand. So I've always been a stickler for that, and was when I was going over Scarlet art at Hasbro, because you would see it once in a while in the comic if she's jumping over a barricade or something. If right hand is down, you might have that crossbow in the left hand. But if you want to be dorky about it, if you want to stick to canon, Scarlet's right-handed. She would never shoot a gun or a weapon with her left hand unless she absolutely had to. So kudos for putting the crossbow in the right hand.
Maybe she is just that good that she's just ambidextrous.
Right, but then the sight should have swiveled.
She just eyeball it.
She just need the sight. No big deal. It is kind of curious that Storm Shadow got a red sword like out of nowhere for that version, right? Because that's version 1, Storm Shadow. Sword was not red, but
no, and he's got the little hand claw too, like version 2. So he's got the version 2.
Oh, I thought it was a belt.
No, it's the version 2 gear with the version 1. But maybe it is version 2, and it just doesn't have the little gray rectangle things on it in the picture. I don't know.
Yeah, but version 2 had rope, right? Diagonally across the chest, not a sash.
Yeah, but I can't tell what that is from that picture. Could be a rope.
I
There's
suppose.
too much stuff. His hand.
It's also a pop.
Yeah, that's true. But either one would have been fine. But it seemed like they mixed their metaphor there a little bit.
Look, Joe Colt, normally I would agree with you 100%, but the pop people have proven to be pretty details to this point.
Yeah.
I like, it's part of why I can't really criticize them. They make a product that I'm not interested in buying myself, but man, they do it well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's they don't cheap on that stuff. They seem to understand that whole dork mentality that if they do something wrong, somebody's going to light them up online about it, and they do their best to avoid that sort of thing.
And that's what we're here for,
right? Taking money out of our pockets and food out of our mouths and our children.
Yeah.
Just taking our children.
Yeah.
How many? And where can I drop them off?
Right?
Yeah.
And here's the contents of the lunchbox blind pack. You can see Prime with his axe and Megatron with his mace. That did not have a medieval counterpart. The thing just didn't exist. And then there's Duke with his pistol looking all heroic, and Cobra Commander looking kind of like the other Cobra Commander did. I don't have
looks like the box art from his original figure, right? With the pistol pointing out and the hand up, and
yes.
So like you said, they have shown really good attention to detail historically. So that makes that Storm Shadow a little more puzzling.
They've even got his little stirrup bands.
Yep. Hard to tell if he's got short gloves or big gloves.
I believe it's the short gloves. I think he's got the short glove with the little cuff thing on it, like the version 1.
That's great, because a lot of people default to the long glove because it actually does look better. But something Bobby Valla got dead on that Cobra Missile Command set. Cobra Commander, if it's supposed to be V1, should have short little black gloves.
But you can see the 4 pins and the lunchbox. You don't get to see the Joe Deco on the pictures that they've put out, so whatever.
I tried looking for the opposite sides, but I couldn't find anything.
Me either. G.I. Joe gets a decal, not a keychain. That's kind of disappointing.
Yeah.
But anyways, there you go. Funko stepping up with a lot of stuff. And next news item. And for this one, we're going to toss it over to head Fortnite correspondent, the honcho Mark Weber. But apparently Snake Eyes, America's favorite ninja commando, will be appearing in the video game Fortnite sometime in the near future.
Yeah, and let's see if I can. I'll see if I could share my screen because I got this cool image of the guy, but it doesn't look like I can do that. Let's see here. Hang on. Oh, there we go. Share screen. We have the technology. Share. And go. So this is the chief creative officer. I think it's Dan Mustard for Fortnite and a bunch of other things. And this was on his official Twitter feed this week.
It's
so,
Don Mustard.
What is it?
Don Mustard.
Don Mustard?
Don.
If that is his real name, I mean, but okay. So yeah, conspicuous there, obviously silent interlude in front of him. And the Arashikage tattoo. I don't know if that's really there or if he's just added it, but last fall he had a classified Snake Eyes on his desk behind him in a photo, and nobody makes that kind of mistake anymore, right? If you see it, it's an intentional tease. So and they put out some kind of audio message today saying that there was a new warrior coming to their battle world. And hopefully he'll bring, he comes from a group with really cool code names, they said, but you won't hear him coming. But I just thought you should know. And as you probably already do, knowing is half the battle. So they all but confirmed.
Dun, dun, dun.
That there will be a Snake Eyes skin available in Fortnite as some kind of downloadable content. And Fortnite is an absolute phenomenon. And I wasn't even aware that some of the skins that they've licensed are, top shelf, right? like the Mandalorian and Kratos, whatever, from God of War.
Yeah.
I thought Kratos was a girl. Usually when I look him up online, there's some absolutely bitchin' cosplay out there, but and I thought he was Greek too. I guess he is Greek, right? Greek god, right?
Yeah.
The one I looked at looked half Greek, half Canadian, but whatever. Anyway, I'm aware of Fortnite. I don't play Fortnite, and my son doesn't either, which is weird because he's 14. But they've licensed absolute top shelf stuff. So for Joe to be included is fantastic. And anything that beats that Snake Eyes drum this year, leading up to that hopeful movie release, is outstanding for the brand. So I don't know that it means anything more than you're getting a Snake Eyes skin in Fortnite. I don't know that it leads to product or a true crossover or anything, but I mean, it's one of the biggest games of this century. Yeah. And so for G.I. Joe to be affiliated with it at all is nothing but good for the brand. So that's outstanding work from Hasbro.
I'm also hoping that he's actually a true fan and doesn't like make him like purple or something.
Right. Yeah. From what I saw with the other, kind of big name guys they've brought in, like they had Terminator and some other ones, they look legit, like they've really, done their homework. Either they're, proud of what they're able to affiliate with, or they are paying such a massive licensing agreement to everybody that they're putting some real work into ensuring these skins are going to satisfy the fan bases they're representing. So there's no downside here. It's a great move from Hasbro. Even if they're giving it away, just put them in the game. We don't need any money from it.
Yeah.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with this. It's nothing but good for the brand.
It's almost like they should have done this a while ago.
Well, they were always so careful about having the Joe brand associated with any kind of shooter game, right? They're uncomfortable with G.I. Joe as a war or combat thing, which is, ironic on a lot of levels, but Fortnite is like a dream come true for them, because it is obviously a shooter game, but it's borderline comedic, right? With all the dances and stuff. So it actually lets them comfortably dip their toe into the shooter genre by loaning their best character to the most popular game. So, if and it's a skin, it isn't like, Snake Eyes will be more powerful or less powerful than the other guys. It's just what you're dressing up your character as. So, hopefully some kids who play Fortnite, because there's a lot of them who don't know G.I. Joe, will see this skin, think he looks awesome, because he does, and play around and then want to learn more about Snake Eyes. And in the year of the movie, maybe, it's great synergy. So I don't think there's any way you can take this as negative on any level, unless he looks terrible. And given how they've treated other characters, I can't imagine we're going to do that. And I can't imagine Hasbro would sign off on another company making their A+ character look weird.
Right.
So
I've never played Fortnite, but I have watched a 13-year-old boy play a lot of Fortnite when I would watch a friend of mine's kids. And if there was ever a video game that was the spiritual successor of a bunch of adults sitting around watching the G.I. Joe cartoon from the 80s, Fortnite is it.
There you go.
Okay.
So it's really a nice fit. We've seen any number of characters that kind of tip their hand towards G.I. Joe characters previously. There's that Firefly looking character out there. I forget what his name is, but you don't have to change a whole lot to get from that guy to Firefly. So,
right.
Yeah, having Snake Eyes in there is really, it's a nice fit.
And I don't think there was the time for Fortnite's success in the toy aisle to influence what Hasbro was planning for Joe. But Fortnite really was the kind of a revolution in action figure sales in the toy aisle. There really wasn't anything super hot that was really moving product. And then Fortnite arrived at 2 different scales and did extremely well.
Yeah.
So I got to believe it at least emboldened Hasbro's decision to give G.I. Joe another run out there. They were already going to do it with the movie coming out, allegedly. But I think the success of Fortnite certainly made them feel more comfortable about the opportunity on the shelf.
Excellent. Joe Colton, anything to add?
Mm-mm. I might actually play it if they're done well, or at least take a look at it.
Well, all right then. Well, they may get the tacit Joe Colton endorsement.
Maybe. We'll see.
Maybe. And besides third-party stuff, it was kind of a slow news week. That's the news.
Wait a minute.
What?
Next news item. Look at this. I don't know if anybody found this, but I sure did. Just for you, Mike. Classified Mercer. What do you know?
Yeah.
Looking so good. I should have found her condo and photoshopped a 2-pack together.
No.
Just for you two.
That's not classified Mercer. Cut that out.
I just know you're a big Mercer fan. I'm going to see if I can buy this custom and float it your way. Just so you can have all the beachheads chasing him around Cobra Island.
They wouldn't be chasing him around. They'd be beating him down.
Well, I assume he'd be running.
Why do you hate him so much?
Because he's terrible.
He's popular, man. I respect that you don't like him, but
oh yeah, I mean, hey, look, I'm not denying his popularity. I don't think that it's a poorly designed figure. I just don't think that he works in the story at all. So
kind of like a jungle trooper from Wisconsin with a French Legionnaire's hat.
That's the French Legionnaire hat. It's an Australian Outback hat. French Legionnaire's mustache.
Tomato.
French Legionnaire's mustache, certainly.
The pride of Wheaton, Wisconsin.
Ricondo's awesome.
Can't you just see him throwing that hat at the screen last week and going, "Damn you, Tom Brady! My pack never wins the big one. I'm going back to the jungle with the Tucaros. I should have sacrificed more Dragunov rifles to help Aaron Rodgers pull this one out."
Make me laugh.
Anyway.
You delay the end of news for false news.
It was worth it.
It's amazing.
False news. I'm a little disappointed.
That's what I'm here for.
Life's full of disappointments.
Right. Let's get into the post-sock. We actually do have a post-sock letter this time around.
Ooh.
Right?
Oh.
Hey, guys. First off, love the show. On to the question. If the Joes used captured and imprisoned Cobra personnel to perform black ops missions, i.e. Suicide Squad, who would you want to see in it? Who would be in charge of the prisoners? Who would that person report to? Love the show. Have fun. Glenn Johnson via email. And our email, of course, whatsonjoemind@gmail.com. It's the most guaranteed way we have to get your post-sock letter into the show itself. I can't guarantee that we'll see you through the other ways, although, hey, I give it the old college try. But some weeks, I got a lot of stuff to do outside the show, so I don't always catch them. But if you get us an email always gets there.
Mm-hmm.
So anyways, back to Glenn's question.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say the Joes go way off book here. Violate the Geneva Convention. Use capture and imprison Cobra personnel to perform black ops missions. Who would you want to see? We'll start with the honcho Mark Webber, because you probably pitched this.
Am I building the squad essentially?
You are building the squad.
I wasn't a big fan of Suicide Squad, the movie, but the idea of the ragtag group of baddies forced to work together to help the good guys. All right, I'm there. But I think you'd want to mix it up a whole bunch. So I'd want to have a couple of guys who are just, I don't want to say cannon fodder, but just like a Crimson Guardsman, right? Just a dude. He doesn't have to be, a specific guy, but definitely a Crimson Guardsman, some kind of fish out of water dreadnought, right? And maybe not one of the original three, but one of the lesser known or less popular. So, Pretty Boy Thrasher or Pirate Zanzibar. Zanzibar in the mix is just cool. He's a pirate. So there's your comic relief, maybe. Maybe the guy. See, I don't think you can go with any of the top level folks, right? Baroness would throw it off. Destro would throw it off. Certainly couldn't be the commander, but whatever 5 you put together. So, guaranteed Major Blood should be running this crew. I'd watch that. I think Blood as a guy kind of trapped in an untenable situation and trying to wriggle his way out. Yeah, I'm there for that. I think that'd be slick.
But isn't the guy who is corralling them a good guy?
Well, yeah, there would be some sort of handler type, right?
Yeah.
So
who would
his handler be? Yeah.
I think doesn't the handler have to be some absolute squeaky clean white bread guy? Or gal, so it just doesn't, it doesn't work. Any kind of interaction they have, he's like, did you accomplish the mission? They're like, yeah, we only killed 5 kids. Like, we saved 25 of the 30 kids off the bus. Like, that ratio is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And
they ate the other 5. They were frozen in New England.
Right? So whoever the guy or gal checking that off has to be, completely squeaky clean vanilla by the books. So that's, Falcon maybe, or Colonel Courage, right? The accountant. That'd be great. So,
what? No.
Yeah, you can make it work. Colonel Courage wore a tie. His action figure's wearing a tie. That's pretty awesome. So, yeah, that's where I'm at. Give me Colonel Courage trying to keep Major Blood's crew of miscreants, which includes a Crimson Guardsman and Zanzibar and a couple other guys. I think you're rolling.
Joe Colton, you're anticipating the release of the Snyder Cut Justice League.
Yes.
So go ahead and give us this, because I'm going to put those two things together and say that yours isn't going to be as well crafted as Mark's.
I'll agree with you. Blood will be on the Suicide Squad. Vipers, Zorana, or the Baroness. I would go with Zorana, just because she's a little wackier. And how many I got now? 4, right? And maybe Tomax and Zaymont.
That'd be cool. Can I throw a theoretical in there?
Sure.
What if you were trying to assemble your squad, but couldn't find any Vipers anywhere?
Anywhere.
Like they were supposed to be there, but they didn't show, or you had 2 that were supposed to arrive, but they got canceled. That kind of stuff.
And alley Vipers don't count?
We've been waiting for that damn alley Viper, right? He's been on packaging for a year.
Oh, this is killing me. So anyways,
the good old boy would be Abernathy.
Okay.
Go on, Mike.
So that would be Hawk.
Yeah.
The name of the guy who's been around since 1982.
Yes.
All right. So I like Mark's inclusion of Blood. I like Joe Colton's inclusion of Zorana. I think the espionage aspect of things would certainly have to play a part in this. I would put Mercer on it because I think cannon fodder, that's your guy. He wouldn't be in any kind of a lead capacity, because he'd be the one guy that nobody trusted. The Cobras wouldn't trust him. The Joes wouldn't trust him. He would just be the guy that was expendable, period. I really think that the Joe's version of Suicide Squad was the Renegades. right? It was Sergeant Slaughter and those three guys. I think that's what they were. So we're trying to. I think what we're doing here is recasting that without Sergeant Slaughter.
Because he's an action force.
Yeah, he jumped the fence. He's gone.
Okay. He went NWO, ironically.
Or he's an Iraqi sympathizer. I don't know.
No, he wouldn't do that.
That's too far. Too far. But I would go Blood. I would go Zorana. Maybe Naugahyde, since the club had so much fun casting.
Wow.
Because he was what was that guy's name? Crusher, something.
Yeah, Dreadnought Crusher.
Yeah. So that's what happened to Naugahyde. He got captured and thrown into this Black Ops unit.
And they took his boar away.
They took his boar.
God.
Took his boar.
And then he's really angry about it. So this could work.
Right. And then, just find some Crimson Guard or Night Viper or somebody who you're filling in the personality as you go, because somehow he managed to be the one to stay alive through all this stuff.
You could do a Televiper and have him just panic all the time with the words backwards on his
across his visor.
Like when it's all coming down, it's just going, "Oh my God, we're gonna die!"
What have I done? Why
That's
am
a
I
great
here?
gag. I might be good at this.
I like Colonel Courage as the handler.
With the tie.
It gives him something to do, and it actually makes the fact that he's kind of derided for not having a whole lot of combat experience. Like it makes that particular piece of his personality interesting,
right?
Because he's not going to get the respect from the guys who are answering to him.
Can't you see one of them spitting out his coffee when they introduce the handler?
Yeah.
All right, pipe down. This will be your liaison to the government. This is Colonel Courage.
So, Colonel Courage, then Major Blood would be the squad leader, so to speak, and Zorana, then the Crimson Guard, then Naugahyde, and then underneath everybody else you included on that would be Mercer.
Below the Televiper? The comic relief Televiper?
Still ahead of Mercer.
Wow.
Get out.
Because Mercer sucks.
Now you're just being ridiculous.
Well, yeah, he's the one guy nobody trusts. So whatever. He's just not going to be in charge of anything. He's going to be the guy they strap to a missile to get somebody's attention.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What if he grew a beard and got Winter Soldier's arm?
Like, be like, screw it.
No.
You're still going to die, bud.
Version 2 Mercer, just as bad.
Just as bad.
I suppose that's the whole Billy syndrome where they're like, are you tired of him? Let's give him an eye patch. Are you tired of him? Now he's a ninja. Are you tired of him? Now he's a cyborg. So you have cyborg, pirate, ninja. No? All right, fine. We'll kill him.
It has nothing to do with his character design in regards to how he looks. I'm just saying he defect from Cobra. They throw you into the deepest hole at Leavenworth, and they get as much information out of you as they can when they want to, and then they throw you back in that hole. There's no way that you back out in the field.
Maybe he was deep cover, right? Maybe he was like better than Chuckles at that job. Just saying. Pretty damn popular. I'm not saying you have to like him. Matter of fact, I respect that you're the Lord of I Hate Mercer Island, but it is an island. Just saying. And don't you giggle too much, Miss I Hate Recondo.
And that guy can.
Lots of
people. I hate Billy. Everybody hates Billy, right? I got a nation of Billy haters.
Yeah.
God so likes Billy.
What?
Yeah. Remember? Maybe that was before even Joe Colton's time. I don't know.
I thought Godso was more of a cover girl honk.
He's gonna appear in your living room. It's like a cloud of smoke.
That's why I got the lights off. Right. They can't find me. He'll come in here and be like, Weber. And I'll be like, no, a 210. Can't be the Weber.
You've got
This is not Ginger.
Nope.
You've got a little bit of a glow, like a Timex watch hand.
I wish I could monkey with the microphone and get like the witness protection voice, since I'm like sitting in the darkness.
I think Mercer would be good on the Suicide Squad.
Oh my goodness. Oh, and there in the background we see the wrist lock, Wes Whitlock.
Yeah,
Every-
some talk.
Yes.
Wrist lock, Wes Whitlock.
Yeah.
The guys say hi.
Hello.
Yeah, see?
America says hi.
That guy survived the mean streets of Baltimore. So don't you dare take him for granted.
I'm to take you for granted.
Yeah.
I agree.
He agrees.
See?
We can hear him. You actually have a good microphone there, Joe Golden.
Yeah. I did listen.
Oh my God. Let me move on. Let me get to the old rundown here, see what's next. That's all we got in the post doc. It's the one letter this week. Contest. That's right. It's we continue on with the plug the damn show movement.
Yay!
When we started today, we were at 398 subscribers.
We're getting there.
So that's a nice jump from last week when we were at 363.
Yeah.
Can't sneeze at that.
We are going to get there.
At 500, classified gung ho, classified gung ho, classified Cobra Commander. We'll do a contest. We'll get them out real easy, and then we have another contest plan to get us to 1,000. So, again, first
but we're
things.
only telling them about the 1,000 once we get the 500.
Yeah, we're not. Yeah. We're first things first. We get to 500, we give some stuff away. Then we get to 1,000, we give some more stuff away. Some better stuff away at 1,000. So let's get to 500. Let's give away some toys. Then we'll get to 1,000. We'll make some more toys. So please do what you can. Do the YouTube things down below.
Mm-hmm.
Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. Not just a live chat comment, but a comment in the down below thing. That's what gets us into circulation. And link us to whatever social media you've got going on. Undoubtedly, you're in some G.I. Joe group that we've never heard of. Put a link to us there. Spread the word. You got a Twitter feed? Link to it. We love it. Free pub. It's all up to you guys.
I can't wait. Can't wait to post in Mercer's bivouac later. Hey, check out what's on Joe Mind. Two of the hosts are awesome. Love Mercer.
Hey, you know what? If that gets us to 500, whatever. Give me the black hat. Make sure it's a big size.
You get to a Mercer vest.
Right? Once all the Mercer fans come out looking for blood, they'll come. They will, demand some Mikey Rossari Mercer cosplay. Yeah, so you have to figure out how much hairspray it takes to get that flying wedge going.
Right?
And yeah, it will be awesome.
I'd have to shave out some space here.
Right?
Yeah, really? Hair to do that.
Got an embarrassment of riches up there.
You are not going bald anytime soon.
No, I'll be there. Just think, when I'm bald, you'll be able to see me think.
Neurons firing.
Oh man.
Oh my goodness. No, it was as I told my hairdresser this week, it's you might as well or rather my hair it can show up whatever color it wants so long as it keeps showing up. So if I'm here one day and it just got like some weird purple AstroTurf thing going, whatever, I'm not upset. Yes, at least it's still there.
Yeah.
Who knows, if I was bald, it'd be just some size 8 spotlight up here.
Yeah, I gotta hang on as long as I can, because not only is it my best feature, it might be my only feature. So let's keep this red hair going as long as I possibly can.
Is that what you think Mrs. Weber keeps you around for?
Oh yeah, I mean, I got nothing else going on. It's purely physical. Yeah. But once in a while, one of those little gray guys shows up, is like, "Hey, what's up?" And I'm like, "I know what's up. Bink. See you later, brother. Wrong damn head. Boink, off it goes. Unless it's like right in the front, and I'm like, damn, I need that one.
That guy's got to stay.
He can stay, but on the sides, the temples, forget it, dude. I'm not pulling any Reed Richards around here. Bing, done.
See, it's that you're going to hit that point in your life, Joe Colton, where you come out ahead on that one, because people just expect you to dye your hair, right? For the next 20.
I have braids.
Yeah, like you're going to do that, and nobody's going to bat an eye, because that's just what the ladies do. They dye their hair. But us, we gotta go gray. We gotta go white like Bob Barker at some point.
I would take Bob Barker's hair.
That's true.
Kept it forever. Beat up Billy Madison. Yeah.
He still had. He's 90-something years old. He's 96 or something.
I honestly, no lie, I didn't know he was still with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he was dead.
No. He has not been in great health the last year or so, but he's still kicking.
Oh, okay. Him and Betty White, man. They got to make it.
What was it? Betty White hit 99 last week?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's crazy.
I can't believe she's the last one out of all of them.
Why not?
I don't know.
There's that great meme going around that has her sitting on a log with all the other Golden Girls like force ghosts around her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's big time.
Oh goodness.
Hey, I got a question.
Yes.
Do I get to rip Target?
If you want to.
Yeah.
All right. So you've got a story here, Mark Weber. You go ahead.
I'll make it quick. And you remember how I was so proud that I was one of those guys that beat the bots? Got my pre-order in for those Cobra Vipers in September?
Yes.
And not just one, baby, 2 Cobra Vipers. Yeah, well, let me share my screen here with the order number redacted. There's only one word on this whole damn screen that's worth focusing on. It's the one right above the Viper there where it says canceled.
Yeah, you got to zoom us in a little bit.
Well, let's see if I can figure that out. Yeah. Oh, hang on. Here we go. It's that zoomy thing. Now let's zoom in here. Here we go.
Oh!
Boom.
Yeah. So I checked last week to check the progress because it was supposed to ship like January 4th through 31st. And there was a notice that I wasn't expecting that said, hey, we wanted to let you know that shipping could be delayed. Please acknowledge if you still want to keep this item. And I'm like, yeah, absolutely. I want to keep this item. Yes, I clicked. Okay, thank you for your response, it said. Then I checked back on, 2 days ago, and it had been canceled. So we'll go long story short. I worked my way up nicely and professionally through 4 levels of customer service.
Wow.
And each one told me, we sent you an email asking if you wanted to accept a shipping delay, and you didn't respond. So we had to cancel your order. Had to cancel. And I said, okay, this doesn't make sense on any number of levels. I pre-ordered the item. Obviously, I want it. You should be sending me something saying, do you want to cancel? Not, we're going to cancel. Are you okay with that? So the entire idea was garbage. And I never got this email. And it isn't lost in my spam. I get emails from Target regularly. Haven't had any problem with any of the other ones. So I was offered a $5 gift certificate for my issue. My issue is how they put it. And I was cool. I'm not yelling at anybody. It's not their fault. They're not the ones who did this. But I got to push it up 4 levels to the point that I got to the guy who wasn't going to push it up to any level above him. And I said, look, he said, I'm really sorry you didn't get your action figures. I said, it's not about me not getting my action figures. It's about the Target Corporation choosing to go against their customers' stated preference twice. And No one in their right mind would support a business that treats them that way. So, and I know full well that these are still arriving in stores. And if a vice president needed 2 on his desk on Monday, Target would be able to accommodate him. So you're going to let me know if you can fulfill this order, this pre-order that you verified to me in September, or if you are going to lose my family's business forever. And the guy had nothing to say to that other than, we're really sorry, and we've offered the best thing we can do for remuneration and da 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 da. And I said, if you're comfortable losing my family as a customer, then I think we're done here. And he said, well, I appreciate your time tonight, sir. And I said, thank you very much. And that's it. So if there are Target exclusives in the future, I'll need some help, because no lie, I'm done with Target, and not just with Joe's. I'm done with Target. And it's not wah, I didn't get my Vipers. It's, you cannot treat customers that way. Absolutely just irresponsible from a business. So I'm done with them. So I would take my business when I can. I will take my business elsewhere, but there's always Walmart, right? Who sent me my busted up Scarlet, right? That was nice. And told me, we don't have any stock, so we can give you a refund. And you send it back. And I'm like, no, you sent me a broken one and there are no more, but I still need it. They said, well, here's $1.60 back. All right. Then there's the roadblock they sent me in a box. Gorgeous, right? Amazing how a cardboard box will protect a figure. So lovely. Yeah, I should have done that, but I didn't. And then the Destro that came crushed in a envelope, but they had stock to replace. I said, yes, please. And send this one in a box, please. So lo and behold, this week, Destro number 2 came in this fine shipper.
Again, do you need a box? Because Rob got an empty.
Destro number 2. Look at this. Even better. There we go.
Oh my God.
Just gorgeous. So I wrote them back and they said, yeah, we don't have any more Destros left. I said, I've no doubt. You keep sending collectors items to collectors in padded mailers. And here's the crusher of it. Roadblock came from the same location in a box. It's not like they just messed up. Oh, we should have done boxes, but we didn't know. We did envelopes. No, from the same location. And the box was big enough to ship all 3 figures together, nesting how they're supposed to. But they decided to send them in separate so they could pay triple shipping to send damaged figures that people aren't going to keep unless it's their only option. So if you're getting crushed retro figures from Walmart, let them know and push for 15% cash back. That's what they'll offer you. So in adventures in customer service, that's been my week. Good. And I've never missed Toys R Us more.
Isn't that the truth?
Man. And it's not woe is me. I'm an opener anyway, right? So fine. Well, I'll make do with it. But just especially the Target stuff. Well, we sent you an email and you didn't respond. Come on. Just garbage. So there you go. And so I got this $5 credit at Target that I can't use because I don't shop there anymore. And I'm going to send it to our friend ML Series, who took care of us with our Cobra Troopers in the fall. So ML Series, check out your Facebook. You're going to have $5 off at Target, and tell them Webb sent you.
And they'll say, who? So, the big ginger guy. And they'll be like,
the honcho.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
The honcho.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you forgot about him because you don't see him anymore. So, okay.
That is terrible. That is
just
terrible.
Rotten. Just rotten.
Yeah. Look,
come on.
And last week, we even said, hey, go easy on the folks in the store. and this isn't on the folks in the store.
Yeah.
You still should be good to the people in the store. Retail is tough, and they don't get paid enough.
And to be clear, I wasn't rude or mean or belligerent to any of them on the phone. I just made it very calmly clear you can't treat customers like this and expect them to come back.
Yeah.
And unless you can make it right, I won't.
It's very frustrating.
They think that
Go ahead, Joe.
They think because they have an exclusive, they're the only game in town, so you have to go to them. So even if you don't want to, you will.
Yeah. There's if I have to have it, there's other ways to get it. So
right.
Cool.
As somebody who spent a few years working for Target, that hurts because I know I didn't run any of the departments I was in charge of that way at the store level.
Yeah.
We went out of our way to accommodate folks, and so that it bothers me when somewhere up the ladder that is not being taken care of. It's a bad policy enforced poorly.
And near as I can tell, they must have just not been able to fulfill their pre-orders, and so they had to find creative ways to cancel them. So
and they had to find creative ways to make it look like your fault.
Right. And that's just good. And the bottom line here, their pre-orders aren't working. You know what would have worked? Just don't do pre-orders. And when they show up in stores, they show up in stores. For the older folks like Mike and I, at least, that's how it worked. They just showed up one day.
Look at you letting Joe Colton off the hook. She isn't that much younger than us.
She's 29. And Wes is 23, so wow.
Well, then fine.
I'm in the cradle. Okay, cool.
Then you and me are like 32.
Wow. In dog years.
Right? Anyway. What it feels like anyway.
Oh, man.
But it's as our friend Dan Larson has said in recent weeks, it's a shame that they are spending customer goodwill that way because it's a finite resource.
I was happy when I went. I got one Viper. I have one. That'll be enough. I like having 3 of True Builders, but that's gotten a lot harder lately. And I like the way it happened. I went in the first day they were supposed to be available, none on shelf. Asked a guy. He said, we have them over at Electronics, but we're limiting them to 1 per customer. We have 3 left. You can pick which one of the 3 you want. Cool. I had no problem with that. 2 other guys or gals got their Vipers that morning. So I thought, wow, they're learning. And on some level they are, but the whole pre-order stuff is an absolute nightmare. From everyone they disappointed with the 5-minute sellout or 2-minute sellout originally, to the people who actually had items pre-ordered, and I believe they would fulfill them. So I haven't been Viper hunting the last couple weeks. Why would I? I've got 2 coming. I have a confirmation number, right? What a mess. So badly played, Target.
Yeah.
Whoever thought that a confirmation number would not count anymore?
Right. I had to travel with a cat once on an airplane, which is a fun story. But I showed up and there was a kerfuffle at the desk, and they said, Mr. Weber, we actually have already sent through a passenger with a dog, and we're only allowed 1 animal in the main cabin, which I get. You don't want dog chasing cat in the main cabin. I totally get it. And I said, yeah, that makes sense. So here's my confirmation number. And if this doesn't stand for, yes, you can bring your cat on the flight, what's the point of a confirmation number? So they huddled again, and then they came back and said, we've actually been able to reroute you on a different flight, Mr. Weber. You can go to flight A3 and go through Canton. And when I got down to that gate, I saw the person they bumped off the flight for me and my cat. They were pissed. But whatever. Here goes Abby and I to Columbus, Ohio. No worries. Because American, or I don't remember the airline, understood that a confirmation number actually stands for something.
Probably wasn't American. They don't understand anything.
I don't know who it was, but whatever. They took care of me because it was their error. Apparently, that's a dying art in customer service.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
it's also a dying art in government.
Right?
To shed some light here, Matt Ruman says Walmart and Amazon have been canceling pre-orders back around the first retro wave and Arctic Storm Shadow, if that eases your mind at all. Mm-hmm. So it just says that two companies that were known for inferior customer service in regards to Target has decided it's okay to match that. And
right. Dive right in.
Yeah.
But I don't remember anybody. I guess the counterpoint to that is no one really had trouble getting the Arctic Storm Shadow, did they?
Not really.
They were relatively plentiful, I think. So, and I'd love to know the actual numbers, and I don't have any idea, and I would never ask the people I still know at Hasbro. But did they just make that many more of Storm Shadow? Because the troop builders are a different animal because so many people want multiples. But Arctic Storm Shadow has to be around the popularity level of Beachhead or Firefly, right? We're in the same ballpark, I think. But nobody had trouble getting Arctic Storm Shadow from Amazon. So I wonder how different those production numbers actually are.
I wouldn't say nobody. There were a lot of canceled orders on that Arctic Storm Shadow, or a lot of canceled orders that then got sent anyway. Or
right.
It was a mess. Again,
it wasn't smooth. Yeah. It wasn't smooth, but I got
mine on Amazon.
Yeah, that's where I got mine. I don't recall a lot of threads begging to help me find an Arctic Storm Shadow. Like when all was said and done, it felt like there were enough to satisfy the demand. I don't remember it being a $60 figure on eBay, but who knows?
It's tough for me to say because it wasn't one that I was interested in. Like I don't care about that one, so I didn't do a whole ton of research on it.
Was it the Arctic nature of it?
No, it didn't look enough like the figure it was homaging for me to necessarily worry about it for that reason. And I knew that they'd be coming around to something that was a little bit more like version 1 or version 2 Storm Shadow, or both.
Right.
So, I didn't care.
That's reasonable.
Kind of like Regal Cobra Commander. It's fine. I just didn't care.
Yeah.
It's not your thing.
Yeah. I liked the original one enough. This guy. Good enough.
I wonder if you gave him Truth Serum, if they were really going to come out with that Regal Cobra Commander, or if they felt they had to after the network fumble.
Well, I think it was in the plan. Because I think if they had put that together after the fact, I don't like the packaging is different and all that other stuff. So
yeah, maybe it could have been paint that they had considered but moved away from, right? Yeah. But
I think the fact that the packaging is different. Oh, we've lost Joe Colton. But I think the fact that the packaging is different says that they had that thing planned.
Yeah, that's probably right.
But they just had to figure out how to get it where it needed to go first.
Not to the network.
Not to the network.
Another company I don't support anymore.
No. But
I deleted them live. Maybe next week I'll cut up my Target card on air. It'll be great. But at least I'm not bitter.
There we go. Here, Michael Sexton has some input here. Amazon screwed people Hasbro wide with exclusives. The Transformers boards were livid at the canceled Coneheads, Ratchet and Lifeline, Ironhide, Prowl, Earthrise figures. Yeah, so I don't remember them having a real clean record on these things either.
I got my Ironhide and Prowl, no problem.
Oh, Rob got one too. They slapped the shipping label right on the box and
no.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful. You can put it in the empty box. Nice you to join us.
Thanks. And push the button.
You're back in time for us to get to what we got in.
Yes.
And Mark Webb, we've already heard about what you didn't get in.
Yeah.
So what did you get in?
Ironically, replacing a vintage figure that I have, but I didn't realize he was in such bad shape. The paint's a little rough on him, and Jesus, if you swing him, it looks like he's doing a dance or like he's permanently slipping on ice because the joints are so loose. Like, it is an absolute joke. So fresh off of eBay, first one to name him can. We got here. Who's this little jammy right here?
Can't tell because you don't have any light.
Yeah, dark. See a
Come on.
mustache?
Yeah, goat.
Is that Recondo?
No, it's not Recondo. It's an Aero Viper. You didn't recognize him without his gold helmet. The funny thing is, I bought him, didn't even realize who I was paying, and then it arrived from Kokomo Toys. And they sent this guy, and I don't think it wasn't we better take care of Webb. They sent him in like an 18-inch long box that was full styrofoam on the bottom with like packed peanuts and bubble wrap around it. Like
that very well may have been.
Yeah, they didn't want to get ripped on Target and Walmart's, gravestone today.
That may have been, hey, look, it's Mark Webber. Let's pack this thing like crazy.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, they took care of me like crazy, so I certainly appreciate it, especially given that it came this week when nobody else seemed to care about customer service. So buy local, support Kokomo Toys, and thanks guys for keeping my Aero Viper in such good shape.
Our proud sponsor, Kokomo Toys.
Yes.
What's on Joe Line Lounge in scenic downtown Kokomo, Indiana. Be sure to visit if you can when it's safe, or visit their eBay store. Got a link down there in the description below.
And if you're looking for an Aero Viper, too late, sucker.
Ooh, shaka.
Yeah.
Joe Cole, what'd you get in this week?
So this week I got, you guys can see it.
It's too dark.
It's a Star Trek something.
It's a Wonder Woman shield.
No, it's a Star Trek Discovery Admiral badge.
Ooh.
Nice.
Wait, girls can't be admirals.
Did you go to office?
Is she? I'm not up on Discovery, but I know the actress. Is she a captain or an admiral?
It's a man.
What?
Yeah, Oded Fire is the admiral.
Oh, is that the Black Bolt actor guy?
No, that's going to be Captain Pike in the new Enterprise series. Yes.
Women can be admirals, Webb, but Canadians, it's
No, I mean, no.
no Canadian admirals.
A Canadian admiral would get kicked out right away.
Yes. Very oot.
Sent for Molson's.
So where does this admiral's brooch go?
Just over on the left side of your.
No, I know where it goes on the uniform. Where are you going to put it? Is it a cosplay thing or?
Yes. Yeah, I'm going to do an admiral's uniform.
Nice.
Okay. You got anything else, Joe Colton?
I did pick up, it took me a while to find them, but Wonder Woman's cheetah pumps from the movie. I got ones that are not exactly like the ones that she had because I can't find. They're made in Italy, but I couldn't find them. But I got Steve Madden copies of them, so I got them.
So you'll be wandering around like the cheetah.
Yeah.
Anything else, Joe Colton?
No.
Well, here's what I got in. Besides my W-2s,
Woo!
everybody loves taxes. We're doing a live opening.
Oh, wow.
Right
Be
here.
careful with that knife.
Is it from Walmart?
It is not.
It's from Target.
No, they would have canceled that order.
It would have exactly. It would not have made it. Let's see here.
Is it a yarmulke?
This is anticipated.
Oh no! I know exactly what this is.
This is more bubblegum stuff.
No, I've still got to finish that up. This is the Joe on Joe mask.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
It's here already. Stuff that I purchased like 2 weeks ago still hasn't shown up because it's stuck in Ohio. But the Joe on Joe mask from our friend Joe Slepsky from last week's program showed up this afternoon. So thank you, Joe. I got them both. I got one for me, one for Racktime Rob. I know Mark's and Joe's are in the mail.
Nice.
Like the check.
Right. Like my Vipers.
But no, it's actually in the mail. It's actually in the mail.
Joe emailed me and said, "Hey, I know you asked for that mask, but I don't know if you still want it. Click here
if you want me to cancel it."
Where's your
let's be very clear, Joe. I've now decided to cancel it. Let me know if I shouldn't. Jackass.
Now I can wear my Joe on Joe mask with pride. Rare instance that I go out and I'm not at work. But that's all I got this week. I didn't get a whole lot this week. I had a weird work week, so I was not shopping a whole lot. I got some cranberry juice this week. That's what I got.
So this week we're the designated drivers this week. You're the heavy drivers.
That's right.
Weird.
That's right.
It's good fun. I don't know how I feel about that.
Shout outs. Mark Weber, you've done a lot of anti-shout outs. Let's get some positive shout outs.
Let's be good. Okay. To my oldest friend, Brent Rotundi, who I have a side hustle project I've been working on for the better part of 7 months.
Oh my
God.
Had
a little free time the last 2 months. So we're just about ready to launch. So we'll have more to talk about February 9th. So coming soon to cover your ears, darling. To all you baseball fans out there, we got something cool. So
are we going to be able to talk about it here?
Sure, but it's baseball, Joe. So I know I can't talk too much about it because the eyes glaze. And
Joe does claim to be a baseball fan. We may have to just subject her to this.
We'll find out. We'll see if I can baseball nerd you to death. But I'm excited about it. We've been working hard on it, and it's kind of cool. So coming soon. That's my teaser. And then we've been real careful, my whole family, in the pandemic. And we canceled a family trip to Arizona to visit the cousins and my wife's family. And I got a lot of friends in Arizona still who haven't gotten tired of me yet. But we really wanted to be careful. But this week, I'm stepping out and doing a little traveling. Going to visit my mom back home in Bend, Oregon. So I'm going to hazmat suit up, wear 8 masks and safety goggles, and brave that flight cross country. But I haven't, Oregon, Bend will always be home. And I haven't been home in a couple years. So I'm going to head back to Oregon this week and see my mom. Her name's Nola, and she's always been my biggest fan. So off I go, homeward bound. I'll send you some photos from the glorious Pacific Northwest.
Does Nola Weber follow us on Facebook?
She should.
I don't know if she's your biggest fan, then, is all I'm saying.
I'll tell you this. She doesn't shop at Target anymore.
What's important is he's not bitter.
I'm just saying it's just a thing right now, but it might be a movement. Anyway.
You got anybody else, Mark Weber?
Oh, it's good. Brent and Nola.
All right. Joe Colton, shout outs.
I'm going to do a shout out to, I don't really talk about this, but I've been poked and prodded at hospitals this week. But I would like to thank all the doctors and the nurses who were helping me out, and I'm okay, so don't think that there's something wrong with me, but it was kind of stressful.
We didn't already know about.
Yeah. What?
Nothing wrong with you that we didn't already know about.
No, nothing wrong. But I did get poked and prodded a lot, and so I just wanted to say thank you to them. And they go through a lot when you go into a hospital. You get to see things, and you're like, you know what? These people deserve a big hand of, like, a round of applause and a big thank you. So, yes. And to my mom and dad, who are now getting a tablet because the phone is not good enough. And so they are braving to learn how to use a tablet to video call me. So I haven't seen them since last year, like physically, other than the wedding. So
they're going to want Apple Watches for Christmas.
they have no idea what that is.
They can call you, and then they can call Dick Tracy.
Yeah. They have no idea what that is. Mom called it a computer the other day.
Hey, good enough. She's not.
Right. You know what? Pandemic solved. They'll be sitting on your couch watching Murder, She Wrote on their Apple Watches. Come to
Oh, if she finds out, like, if she can get her vaccine and I've got my vaccine and Wes has his, she's on the next, like, I have to go get her. Like, physically, I have to go drive up, get her, and bring her back.
You got some vacation time saved up. Go do it.
I do. Yep.
Shout outs for me. I got our good friends at Kokomo Toys who took care of the web this week and take care of us every week and help us out a great deal with our social media presence. Give a shout out to Racktime Rob, the unsung hero and fourth chair of the What's on Joe Mind team. Holy the Rock Anderson. Expect a Racktime again at some point. I don't know. I haven't picked up my books for like 2 weeks, so I don't even know what's out there. I don't even know what's left. But hopefully Snake Eyes Dead Game number 4.
Ooh.
Hopefully.
Anyways, they still want to talk to me at The Hague about that one. But give a shout out to you guys for joining us again. Mark Weber, Joe Colton. Shout out to all of our live fans here in the team stream tonight. We appreciate it. We have a very consistent crowd that we draw on week after week after week. Please go forth and multiply. Spread the word. Link us up in your social media, as we've begged and pleaded on several of occasions so far tonight. I think the team chat is dead right now. I think there's something up with YouTube because I can't see anything on there. It's why we just kind of skip past crowd questions tonight, because it hasn't changed for me in like 20 minutes. But so
are you still recording?
Says we're live.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, here it is. Here's the problem. Target canceled the comment section. We wanted it and we pre-ordered it, but they decided maybe we didn't need it. So yeah,
okay, a bunch of stuff just flooded in.
I see them.
Going back to it's 10:24, and I just got a message from 10:09. So
oh wow!
Awesome. So yeah, way to go, Joe Colton. Way to make us all paranoid there. I'll give a shout out to the EGO podcast. Everybody gets one because Joe Colton decided not to shout you out. But thanks for having our co-host on. We appreciate you letting her spread her wings and dealing with the madness that we deal with on a weekly basis.
It's no different with them.
Right?
No, we figured. This is not an act.
No, consistently like this.
Hey, Mike, I forgot one that you're probably about to do.
What's that?
Our friend Jay Sullivan.
Yes.
Who we want to make sure we mention every week. Just outstandingly talented cover artist and wonderful guy who's been fighting his way through a really, I assume most people realize there are levels of COVID. Some people get it a lot worse than others. And he's had a really rough go of it. So on our Facebook page, and I'm sure in the show notes too, there's a GoFundMe page to help him, as a freelance artist. A terrible sickness is a terrible thing in a lot of different ways. So if you can find a way to help him out through his GoFundMe or buy some of his art, it's all helping one of the really good guys in the Joe community. So we want to make sure we show him our support and our love every week.
Yeah. It's a pandemic, and we know it's tough for a lot of folks out there. But if you have a couple of dollars, please hit us up. It is up on our Facebook page right now. I will get it added to the show notes here in a little bit. But let's see if we can do what we can to help Jay Sullivan, because obviously the story is there on. It's a GoFundMe, and so there's a lot of backstory there. And basically, he's got this stuff causing arthritis in his hands and pain in his joints, and like he can't do any work right now. So it's a good time to buy a print, to make a donation, to help him out. Like Mark said, very, very eloquently, he's one of the good guys in this community. Let's do what we can to step up and give him a hand in his time of need. That's about it. As we say every week, it is still a pandemic out there. It didn't stop being a pandemic simply because we're tired of it being a pandemic. Make sure that you are masking up. Make sure that you are washing your hands. Make sure that you are limiting your trips outside the house and keeping your social circle small. When you're outside, keep 6 feet of distance. Stay away from people as much as you can. And let's do our best to get through this quickly. There's been some encouraging signs this week in regards to the number of new cases. That's not because we started ignoring things. It's because for the first time in a long time, people started listening and doing things that made sense, like wear masks and limit their time in social situations. So please, let's keep that up. Let's keep those numbers going down, and be safe. Exercise your freedom of choice and choose not to get your friends and neighbors sick with COVID-19. Be smart. Thank you, Ryan Sweeney. Ryan Sweeney has put in there that he just bought some art from Jay's website. Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate that. And again, we hope other folks follow your lead on that one.
Hey, I just got $40 back I was planning to spend. I know where I can put that.
Oh, see?
Yeah. Target.
Hey, silver lining, Mark Weber. That's what it's called. Silver lining.
Yeah. Thank you, Target.
For my co-hosts, Mark Weber and Joe Colton, I'm Mike Irizarry. Thanks a lot for joining us tonight on the TeamStream. We will catch you next week at 9 o'clock. Remember, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Spread us around to your social media. We need you. Let's get to 500 next week so we can give some crap away. Let's make it happen. It's up to you. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of the weekend. Go watch some WandaVision. Yo, Joe.
And don't go to Target.
Middle finger buster rhymes on that one. That's special.
Right?